Hello everyone, how are you? Welcome back to another week here at Bareham Engines. So guys, what we got going on today? First of all, we've had a little delivery which is going to be on the second channel for the BMW E30 guys. Secondly, you see that parcel there that's just turned up on the pallet? Well, you remember I said in 2 or 3 videos back about a new sponsor potentially we've got? Well, not potentially anymore guys, we've actually got this sponsor and that is what is on the pallet over there. So later on in the video I'll be telling you a little bit more about that. Exciting times guys and very relevant to the channel these days. So first of all, we've got the Triumph over here. So this is the 4-cylinder Triumph. John has done the dummy build and I said to you we had to remove the pistons and rods, check the sizes of the rods and balance the rods also. So we've checked the sizes guys. Now this, weirdly enough, we checked the sizes and the housings on the big ends measure about half a thou over top limit. So on the big size, on the big side, sorry. And we have put a rod onto the crank. We have plastic gauged it and we've got 1.7 thou. And it's a 1.7 thou journal, so it's absolutely perfect. So if anything, you'd probably want to go very slightly bigger, but obviously being half a thou over top limit, we don't want to go any more, but it just goes to show that the crank actually measures slightly above top limit, and we haven't ground it, we've just polished it. So it's all good to go. I've balanced the rods. Now the rods are in the wash over here. I should just show you. Do excuse me today, guys. I didn't get in till 10 o'clock today, believe it or not. I've got a little bit of a cold, I think, coming. Thanks to my wife and children. Bit of a family thing at the minute. Everyone's not very well. So these are the rods on the Triumph. Now, big end-wise, we've obviously balanced them end for end. Big end-wise, we got one that was about 3 grams heavier than the other, or the other 3, but the 3 big ends were absolutely cock on, believe it or not, or within about 0.1 of a gram. Small ends, this one here, you can see we've sort of ground quite a bit off the small end. It's hard to see where the weight is on the small end, or would be, but this small end was about 15 grams heavier than the lightest. So we've had to remove quite a lot of material there, shave it all off, and now these are all within about half a gram in total weight. So it just goes to show guys, as I say, if that's 15 grams heavier on the small end, it doesn't matter if you balance the piston and the crank assembly, that's going to chuck the piston weight right out. So yeah, as I say, looking at the small end, it doesn't really, you can't see where the 15 grams would be in comparison to the other one, but it was, they're all in balance now, all done, just washed them. So I'm going to give them back to John and he can fit them into the engine. So that is all good guys, and that's going to be another motor completed in a minute. Go on to our second channel guys, we've got an update on the Subaru. Isaac will tell you all about that. As I say, I just put that on this morning on the second channel, so I'll put a link in the description below, but you can see now that Subaru is pretty much on its way, and Isaac's got some great news on when he's going to get that back to Chris at CTS. So the pistons here for the Triumph, Isaac's balanced them all. I think they're all pretty good, to be honest with you. He's removed a little bit material out from the inside here, but overall they're absolutely cock on, I think. And the piston jut out is fine as well, so we haven't got to remove any off the top of the piston, so that's great news. So yeah, like I say, John's going to get that one built today. So secondly guys, the 2 Cosworths. Isaac's just finishing the valves on this cylinder head and that one's going to be on. You can see there how thick the head gasket is. So this is a head gasket from Burton Power, and it's a Cometic gasket and it's 120 thou thick. Now, why are we using such a thick gasket, you ask? Well, when we faced the cylinder head the other day, Friday as it was, we only took about 10 thou off. It looked like it had got sort of warm at some point and the gasket had ate in one side, but there's already been took 2 mil, yes, 2 mil off the head. So we've had to make it up with a head gasket. It's the only option the customer's got. There's been extensive porting done to the head. So to get another cylinder head at the right height and then do the porting, he's going to be looking at another £1,000 plus. So to reuse that head, this is the only option we've got, guys. These head gaskets are okay, don't mind using them, but as I say, really what it is two sort of, you've got the two thin gaskets either side of a metal plate to make up the thickness, and that just basically brings the head up, and this thing's going to end up, with our modifying on the piston crowns, about 7.9 to 1, something like that. So slightly under standard compression, but it's going to be fairly tasty power. So yeah, like I say, it's the only option we got, but we just have to sort of put it in a disclaimer in the invoice just to state that really this is not our preference of gasket. It is a bit of a saver shim if you like, but it is our only option, and it should be absolutely fine. We've used them plenty of times before, never had a problem. So yeah, cracking on with this one. But guys, the other Cosworth here, this is Eddie's Cosworth. And Eddie has been in touch with us this morning and said, look, I think I'd prefer it if you put the cylinder head on. So what we were going to do is put the piston crank and rods in the holes, make sure everything's good, give Eddie back the head all done and all the bits cleaned up, and he was going to assemble it. But because we've got the vernier pulleys on this, I think he'd prefer us to put the head on and get it timed up, and he'll put the ancillaries on. So that's what we're going to do, guys, and hopefully by the end of this week I should have this one pretty much on its way. So guys, moving on to today's sponsor. Now, like I say, we said we weren't going to do this much, but to only things that are relevant to the channel. And guys, I think this sponsor is definitely relevant to the channel. So, since our clean room, the only thing that's been really irritating me is keeping the floor clean. We have been down on our hands and knees. We've used 2 or 3 different types of mop. I've had the brake cleaner on it. You just can't seem to get it clean. It's an absolute nightmare. So I was about to purchase a floor scrubber. Now, I was looking in the range of around 500 quid, something like that. It seems quite a lot of money on a floor scrubber, but, you know, it does make a lot of difference to the appearance of the business. Obviously, where we have to keep going in and out of the dirty workshop and coming in here, our feet brings in the sort of grease and the oil, etc. So I thought, what the hell, I'm going to chuck a couple of emails out and see if anyone's willing to help us. And sure enough, Karcher got back to me and said, yeah, we're more than willing to help you. What is it that you need? So I told them what sort of floor we've got, what I was looking for really, and they said, well, we suggest this, and they've actually sent me one of these. So this is a BR40-10C Professional. It's a floor scrubber stroke wet vac, I suppose. So you've got a tank on the top there. You've got 2 scrubbing wheels, front and rear, and in front of that, either side of you've got basically vacuum cleaners, which suck up the water. Up here, you've got the clean tank up the top, which you put detergent and warm water in. That is the detergent they've sent me. And underneath is the tank which collects the dirty water. So this thing, guys, you've got wheels here, either side. Now these just pull out, go either side of this, and then you can, with the handle upright, you can pull it down and wheel the thing around. It's so compact, so light. Now, Isaac and I did do an unboxing video, probably 3 or 4 minutes of it. But unfortunately, Isaac forgot to turn the microphone on, so there was no sound. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to sort of explain while we've got it out of the box. Don't want to waste too much more of your time just unboxing something. But there it is, guys. It is an absolute weapon of a floor cleaner. So to operate it, very, very simple. You pull the handle down this way or the other way. You can work it either way. The yellow handle is to set the brushes to go. The black one underneath either side is to activate the washer fluid, which comes out the bottom and it sort of works its way into the scrubbing brushes. And then you've got an activator down here, foot activator, to activate the vacuum cleaners. So you just need to give it a little bit of a squiv of juice there, just to sort of get the floor a bit wet, really, and then the scrubbers will do their action. Absolutely brilliant bit of kit, and you can see, bear in mind now, this floor has been down for about 3 months and we haven't cleaned it at all. You could see how grubby it was getting. Now on camera, it does still look a little bit grubby, but in real life, you can't really see that. It's weird. But I've been over this just once now, and look how clean that is. I haven't done the black really. Done the black over here, you can see that, but you can feel under your feet there's like a slippery, greasy surface. But here, where I've done it, is very, very rubbery, lots of grip. You can see there where we've sort of stopped, and that is just one little go over. So you've noticed when I do it, the scrubbing fluid comes up brown. It is absolutely horrible with oil. So you do it 2 or 3 times, vacuum it up, and then it comes up really good. But I am more than happy with that, guys. You see it on the screen there, Karcher. Thank you very much. Cannot thank you enough. And this thing is going to be on our videos from now on. Big help. We all know how good Karcher is. I've got a pressure washer at home that's a Karcher, and it's second to none, to be honest with you. The cheaper ones just don't do the job, and they certainly don't last like a Karcher. So yeah, massive, massive thank you to them. And let me know down in the comments what you think, guys. As I say, I think it's very relevant to the channel because the appearance is a must, really. There's no point spending thousands of pounds on all this gear and having a filthy floor. It doesn't look very good at all. You can see over there by the door was absolutely disgusting. I've given it one little blast over, look, and it's come up pretty damn good. So I reckon 1 or 2 goes. Every Friday we'll just move the engine stands out of the way, give it a lick over, keep this thing looking minty, won't it? We even give it a little tester on the horrible dirty floor out here. Very quick test, and you can see it's brought all the grime out of that floor. Absolutely fantastic. I reckon with 1 or 2 goes over there in the walkways, and we'll be bringing no more crap into here from the bottom of our feet. So yeah, thank you very much, Karcher. Over the moon with it. Mate, how good is this?
Hey, it looks brilliant.
Look at the colour of the water on the floor, look.
It looks so good.
It's so easy to use, look, literally. Because the brushes are spinning, it just carries itself.
Yeah.
And you got the yellow lever here which activate the brushes.
Yeah.
You've got the black lever there which activate the fluid.
Oh yeah.
Cleaning fluid.
So you got some detergent in there then?
You have. You've got this lever on the side which you pull out.
And that adjusts.
If we push it over to there, that's obviously when you're transporting the thing. And then you've got various levels here.
It's a brush pressure, isn't it?
Brush pressure, yeah. So we'll just have it on there for a minute. And then this here activates the hoover. So you've got quite clever hoover at the front and the very back. So it hoovers from front to back.
And that sucks all the water up once you've cleaned it.
It does, yeah. So if we activate the hoover now, sucks up all that dirty water, puts it down into the base of the dirty water tank.
Yeah.
What a bit of kit. So not only is it cleaning the grey up, way better than we could clean it on our hands and knees. Yeah. You can feel underfoot, where this was quite oily and greasy, you can feel it quite slippery.
Yeah.
Here now, where I've cleaned it on this black, it feels like rubber.
Feels proper gritty,
so
doesn't it?
Cleaned it, yeah. So if I have a little look at the colour of the water now.
Bear in mind, this is our first clean.
The first little clean.
So it'll probably be a bit horrible.
Look at the state of that grubby water, look.
Yeah, so it's doing its job, isn't it?
Yeah, and all I've done is just this little bit of grey, really.
Yeah, so you've done that bit, but this is what, over here, that's what it's all been getting like, isn't it?
That was what it was like.
So really, although there is still a little bit that sort of probably will come out on the next wash.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
It's a hell of a lot
I mean, we
better
haven't
than
done
it was.
this since we laid it, have we? So
no.
3 months this
Well, we give it
down.
the odd mop, but it doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything, does it?
No.
To be honest. So yeah, absolutely over the moon with that bit of kit. So we'll be doing this now once a week, and yeah, as I say, like, once we empty the tank, get some new fluid in there, I reckon it'll come up mint, won't it?
Yeah.
We've done that bit by the door. Look at that now.
It's gleaming. That is that bit of grey there.
Yeah. So that's what it was like over here.
Yeah, it's all.
And we've cleaned this. Looks brilliant.
A lot better.
Got all the grease up. Yeah. Well impressed with that. So guys, the Cosworth pistons here for Eddie. Now, as I say, Eddie's given us the go-ahead to put the head on and do the timing on this. I don't think he's got the confidence to do the vernier pulleys, which is absolutely fine. You can see here I've got the rods on the pistons. I've ended up taking 32 thou off the crown of these pistons, and also I've took 40 thou out of the base there. So we've got these back to, in theory, going by my experience, is about 8 to 1 again. So I shall get those in the morning, plastic gauge the big ends. As I say, I've done the mains, and then we can get the head, which is down there, all complete, get it on, timed up, and that's Eddie's done. But that's all we've got time for today, guys. Let me know what you think about our fantastic Karcher floor scrubber. Thank you very much once again to them, and we will see you on Wednesday's video, guys. Thanks a lot. Take care.